We kick off this episode at the beautiful Emu Valley Rhododendron Garden, soaking up the autumn colours before heading towards our camp at Waratah in Tasmania's northwest. There we tackle the Philosopher Falls walk, a real treat for nature lovers. Then as the cold set in, we navigated the wet and icy 99 bends out of Queenstown and continued on to Derwent Bridge. To finish up, we head east to a peaceful bush camp at Hawksmere, where we spend a few days visiting local produce stalls and tasting what the region has to offer. So come along and join us on this getaway adventure.
Standing underneath the rows of trees, I can see where the ocean meets the sky. Under our clothes, a fire grows. We are ready for this life of running wild. We're running wild. Underneath the rows of trees, I will see where the ocean meets the sky.
We just arrived at the Rhododendron Gardens. We're on our way to Waratah and stopped in here to have a look at these beautiful gardens. There is parking here for long vehicles, but not a real lot. As you can see in the car park, we found a spot. There are two car parks, the lower ones where they recommend for caravans, but it would sort of depend how many cars are down here. You could get a bit tight for room. But there is at least room to turn around. So we've been up and paid for our fees. They're $15 to get into the gardens for adult, or $13 if you've got concession. And we've got our map.
So this is one thing that I've been looking forward to. It's the Emu Valley Rhododendron Garden. So we've got 4 walks, ranging in a short loop of 5 to 10 minutes return, to the long walk, which is 45 to 60 minutes, and that covers the 3 lakes. So we've got 3 lakes to explore. Apparently you'll be able to catch some platypus. It's the perfect weather for it, apparently. Yeah,
they said that they like this weather and they tend to be out and more active, so even though it's not the best time of day to see them, we might be lucky and see them. Anyway,
I don't know about you guys, but I love rhododendrons. So
the first section we're doing is North American, so they're North American rhododendrons in this section.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
of course the garden isn't just for rhododendron. You'll experience both hybrid and species of maples, ferns, a large compilation of conifers, wisteria, culmias, flowering cherries, a great selection of tropical virias and other exotic and garden-worthy plants. So subject to seasons, the large leaf rhododendrons usually flower around August. So look at the maple leaf, like the changes and the colours are just beautiful. They really are stunning.
It's certainly an ideal time of the year. Like, you might miss out on some of the flowers that start in August, but being here for fall and seeing all this change of colour is just stunning.
So it's the Waratah rhododendron that flowers all year round. we've really enjoyed our time here at the Rhododendron Gardens. Absolutely gorgeous little walk. So if ever you're in the Burnie region, make sure you come in and see this place, and preferably focus on that around August to
for the
December.
flower, yeah. Or now, if you really like the fall colours of the leaves,
Yeah,
which is where start of May. Yeah, so we didn't really do any filming in Burnie. This is the only bit we've done. We stayed at Kiwi Point at Walred Burnie, which is a nice enough site. It does look like it might get a bit noisy during the working week.
Well, the noise obviously comes on a Monday when they start with the building construction.
Sure, but it was pretty good while we were there, so we had a pretty good time.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And it was mainly just a chance for us to catch up on all our chores. We got all the washing done, spent about $20 at the laundrette. And now though, we're on our way to Waratah and back into the viewing of what's to see around that area. So we'll be heading down Waratah and towards some of the Great Lakes area again. So we've arrived at Waratah and we're camped up at the Waratah Caravan and Campsite, I think it's called, which is a very basic caravan park. We're in the unpowered section, $16 a night. I think it's $36 for power and water. But we're staying unpowered.
Yeah. Well, while you say it's average, that may be so for the price, but we've still got this spectacular view of the Waratah Lake just out our front door, and we're so close to all those wonderful little walking tracks, and it's a beautiful little spot, really.
Yeah, I think it's actually a great campground for you. $16 a night. I think it's pretty ordinary for 36.
Yeah.
It's $20 just for power and water, really.
Well, we're trying to stay off power.
Since we've arrived in Tassie, we have not been plugged into power. We've been off-grid now for 94 days, desperately trying to make it to 100. But the Tasmanian weather's trying to stifle us.
Just sabotaging it. But it just shows the calibre of these vans, you know, and it's just an excellent power source in these batteries. So we're thrilled at that, but we're hoping that we'll make it to day 100. Let's see.
Anyway, Waratah itself sprang up as a hub for prospectors and actually was supported one of the richest tin mines in the world at that time. So that was located here at Waratah itself.
So whilst tin mining is long gone, the history of that still lives on in these historic buildings that surround us.
Such as the council and the museum, which we'll go and have a look at today when we get out and about.
To that.
And we're also going to head out today to Philosopher Falls and have a look at that. The weather is not real great for it, but...
Well, I'm really keen to do that because, of course, there's the beautiful blue fungi, those mushrooms that are just absolutely exquisite. So I'm looking forward to capturing that.
So autumn is supposed to be the best time for fungi in Tasmania, and Philosopher's Falls is supposed to have some nice fungi there. So we're hoping to get out there and see some. There is a weather warning today of possible snow below 400 metres. I think where we're going is just below the 400 metre mark, so hopefully we'll be okay, but we'll go right up.
And we're doing this little video clip in the van because it is freezing outside.
And raining, so that's why we're in the van at the moment. After settling in at our new campsite, we've just wandered down literally about 50 metres and to Lake Waratah. Now we're going to have a bit of a wander around, do the Lake Waratah walk.
No time to rest.
Nope, must get out and see things. The rest of the week is going to be rainy, so this is our last bit of overcast but non-rain, or possibly, depending on how accurate the weatherman is.
Never gets it right.
Anyway, we're going to go for a walk up to the Waratah Falls, which are literally in town. This is the remains of the old railway line that used to run between Waratah and Wynyard. This Iron Truss Bridge was built over the Waratah River back in 1895. Really not sure what this is, other than maybe it's just under construction or something, but it doesn't look like it, does it?
It's an old construction.
Yeah, well,
there's no signage anyway. Being
replaced, but we've got a you know, what is meant to represent a mine over there, and the little trolleys for the mine, and into some sort of stamper. It looks like a water wheel out there. Well, there's no signage here to say what it is, so I don't know. So they are doing a bit of work around the place, so maybe this is just being set up as another part of their tourist attraction here for Waratah. Well, according to this plaque, this is the Dudley Kenworth wheel, water wheel, which the installation recognises Dudley's concept in Waratah's history as the first industrial site in Australia to be lit by hydroelectricity.
Well, it's what, 4 o'clock?
So we're walking down the walking track to the viewing platform, apparently at the base of the falls.
It's a little dirt or gravel track.
Well, the track wasn't too bad once we realised we were on the right track, so that was a good thing.
Tucked away in Tasmania's rugged northwest, Waratah Falls is a little slice of nature right in the heart of town. The waterfall spills over an old mining dam, surrounded by lush greenery and remind us of the area's gold rush past. If you're feeling adventurous, just a short walk from the caravan stop is the steep walking trail down to the base of the falls. Trust us, it's an incredible surprise. It may not be the biggest waterfall you'll ever see, but it's certainly worth every step.
Well, we've been raining, light rain most of the day today, but certainly heavy overcast, so we're getting only a little bit of solar in. It's actually getting quite cold as well, and predicting snow above 500 metres. I don't know what height we are here, probably above sea level, probably 200 or 300, so probably up on some of the hills. We might get a bit of snow tomorrow in this area, but anyway, we'll see tomorrow. It's drizzling rain here at the moment, but we've still got 16 amps of solar coming in, which I think is pretty amazing. Unfortunately, the stamper mill is closed for this week, so we'll miss out on that. But the museum's open, so we're going to have a look around the museum and the Philosopher Falls hut, which is representative of the early pioneers' hut, I suppose. Anyway, we'll have a look around, show you around. Museum was the courthouse and police station, which was built in 1874.
If you're visiting Waratah, don't miss the Waratah Museum. The museum might be small, but it's packed with treasures from the town's rich mining days. You'll find old photographs, tools, mineral samples and stories of the pioneers who shaped this rugged little community. It's run by passionate locals who love to share Waratah's unique history. So if you're passing through, pop in for a wander. You'll leave with a deeper appreciation for this special part of Tasmania.
To put the lights on, it's too dark. It's 1 o'clock. Anyway, we're on the road into Philosopher's Falls. So I thought we'll have a bit of a look at Philosopher's Falls and hopefully see some of that fungi.
Rain, hail or shine.
Or snow. We've arrived at Philosopher's Falls in the car park. Did see a couple of fungi already on the way in, a couple of coloured ones, so we're looking forward to this and hopefully...
Is that a fairy wren then?
Hey?
Little fairy wren
Oh.
sitting on the rock.
So there is.
Look at that. Turn it around.
I think it's fake.
Oh, it is. Is it? Or is that a blue fungi?
Let's have a look. Deb was calling it a fairy wren.
Well, it is a fairy wren.
Well, yes, it is.
It's just not a real one.
Like so many of the walks we do in Tassie, it's just stunning. The ferns, the moss, the lichen everywhere. And we're only just 100 metres in.
They're like little rubbery.
Suction cups. That's the whole thing. The track down's been pretty good so far. We've travelled along the top part where we've seen all the different fungi. Then there was a bit of a track going down to the river, just crossed over the river. Now we're following along the river, which I suppose is towards Philosopher's Falls. We mainly did come for the fungi, but we'll continue on. I think it's 1.5k in total to the falls and then return on the same track. It really isn't the best of days to be out hiking, so anyway, we'll press on. Well, we almost turned back because the rocks are very wet, obviously because it's raining, and they're a bit slippery underfoot, and didn't want an injury, but we've just come to a set of galvanised stairs which are leading all the way down to the bottom of the river, which I'm assuming will be the base of the falls, so we will press on. And here we are.
We made it.
Actually, it's probably some of the best falls we've seen so far, because most of them have been fairly dry.
Wow.
Or underwhelming because of the lack of water, but this one's actually flowing very well.
Any wonder?
We made it. Now we're heading back up the long set of stairs. I've had to switch to the iPhone. The GoPro's playing up. It's obviously not liked
the rain that we'll be walking through, or maybe it's the media mod combo didn't like it. The GoPro itself should be okay. But anyway, we're on the iPhone.
So we've enjoyed our walk. It was absolutely beautiful, even though it was raining. But we didn't get to find the elusive blue mushroom.
No, found some
Disappointing.
different ones and some very colourful ones, reds and
Beautiful.
all sorts of shades of brown and grey and
Reds,
different things. And
oranges, black.
yeah, very beautiful. And we did make it all the way to the Philosopher Falls. We almost turned back because of the rain and the slipperiness, but we persisted. Look, I'd definitely recommend this on a drier day.
Definitely. It's stunning. The
and-
walk is beautiful.
It is, and it's absolutely stunning. You're right. And autumn is the best time to do it if you want to see the various different fungi out in bloom. So there you go.
It's freezing.
2 degrees. Feels like bloody -3 or something rather.
Feels like
We're out here.
-10.
We're out here trying to get photos of the Waratah Falls at night. Stupid idea.
We finished our time at Waratah. It was very, very cold, and it was very, very drizzly on and off, including sleet and little tiny hailstones. But it was absolutely amazing. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it would be a gorgeous place to see in the drier weather. But anyway, you take what you got.
Yeah.
We're headed off now, and we're being a bit undecided as to where to go next, because we did have 2 spots picked out on Lake Macintosh and King Lake for the next 3 or 4 days, or 5 days, which are both free camps. But the dirt road's in, and we're camping on dirt, and it's still raining, and it's raining for another day, and I just think they'll be too muddy and not so pleasant now. So we're going to do a long drive, I think, and head for a caravan park at Waratah. And I'll show you on the map where that is, because I've just forgotten exactly where it is. But
Well, it's closer to the east coast, isn't it?
yeah, it's getting on towards Hobart Way.
Yeah.
So it is a rather long drive, about 4 hours driving today. Probably our longest trip we've done in Tassie so far. And particularly it's driving in rain as well. We'll be driving through Queenstown, which means up that windy road, up the range again. But anyway, that's probably where we're going to head next. So we'll show you around when we get there. Well, I left the Anderson plugged in while we'd parked the car only for about 1/4 hour and flattened the battery again. That's the 3rd time it's done it since the trip to Tassie. Bit lucky, and I tried the battery starter, but it just drained the battery starter in 2 goes and still wouldn't start. But luckily, we were parked 50 metres from RACT, so he gave me a battery to start it, and we're down here checking it out now. We're back on the road with a brand new battery. A lovely bloke at Central Garage, John his name was, sorted us out, and it was an interesting bloke to chat with as well. So anyway, new battery, thank you John, thank you Central Garage. Certainly makes it more exciting.
For you?
Whose idea was this?
It's a bit treacherous driving up this range when it's raining, that's for sure.
Oh, Queenstown range is fun at any time.
It's snowing!
because of the delay we had at Queenstown getting the new battery, we've decided we won't go all the way to Waratah today. It's going to be, we're going to get there about 5:30, which is dark. So we're only going as far as Derwent Bridge, which is still another 16k to go. So we're still travelling up the range towards Derwent Bridge. And there is snow or ice on the side of the roads, which means the roads themselves could be a bit slippery too, obviously. So careful driving now. I've not driven in this sort of conditions towing a caravan before on windy, wet roads. Well, we've parked up at the pub, and of course we have to now go and have a pub meal, because that's the right thing to do when you park for free at the back of the pub, isn't it? Or the front of the pub.
But it's so nice to see the chimney is smoking.
I can see smoke coming out of that chimney, and might head there before I even go to the bar.
Sounds like a great
We'll
idea.
see you guys later. We're going to get warm and
Toasty.
eat something. And maybe drink as well. This was more important than the bar at the moment.
Good morning.
Good morning. We've just had an overnight free camp at Derwent Bridge. Last time we stayed at the rest area across the road from the pub, which is a free spot. And this time we stayed in the pub itself, which is also a free.
The pub park.
In the park.
Yeah, not the pub itself.
Not in the pub.
Although I could have happily done that because they had a roaring fireplace.
Yeah. Of course, you expected to patronise the pub, which we did, so that made it very much not a free stopover, but we enjoyed it.
Had a lovely meal.
And the fire was beautiful, because
Yep.
it was cold last night, down to 2 degrees again, I think, so it was bloody cold. And we sat right beside the fire, which is glorious. It's certainly different from what it was when we were here about 11 years ago. I think back then it had a real sort of cosy bush pub type feel, whereas now it's more of your tavern, which you see anywhere.
Tavern sort of thing.
I don't know. But look, it was still really nice. I really enjoyed it. I just think it's lost a little bit of its atmosphere from what it was like.
Yeah.
But the food was nice. The
Yeah.
staff were pleasant, all except for that one grumpy guy. And we enjoyed our evening there, and it's a great stopover. Derwent Bridge, if you're heading to the west coast or back from the west coast, it's great for a one night stop. Well, we stayed 2 nights last time we were here.
Yeah. But can I just add, across the road from the pub, you've got a
26 kilometres.
sorry, across the road from the pub you have clean toilets, and they've actually got bins there that are lined, so it's very clean and tidy. You can also
There's a dump point.
there's a dump point.
Yeah, so that's beside the rest area, which the rest area, well, that is the rest area, I should say. There's free camping beside the rest area as well. There is water there, but it's not potable. And I read on one of the previous reviews, it's pretty much pumped straight from the creek, so it's probably clean water, and you could use it in your tank if you've got a shower tank separate to your drinking water, but we didn't. I chose not to.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's good for an overnighter, or a couple of nights even. We're now on our way to Kempton, so we've changed our mind again. We're chasing some sunlight.
We're going where the sunlight takes us.
Yeah, so Kempton, which is, we'll put it on the map so you know where that is, but somewhere northeast of Hobart, about an hour northeast of Hobart. So another long drive today. I think it's about a 3-hour drive.
Yeah.
See you on the road.
Ciao.
You came around to save me. Now you don't talk and no won't listen. Still like a fool I stay. And all we said that lasts forever. You take me to the moon, but you'll never do. Hey, seasons of sunshine and thundered storms, rose bushes covered in a cloud.
We've just pulled into Hawksmere. This charming little campsite is tucked away just north of Hobart and Richmond. It's the perfect base if you want to explore both cities without paying top dollar for an overcrowded caravan park in town. For just $15 a night, you get plenty of space to pull up, unwind and soak in those gorgeous country views. Sure, it's a bit rustic with no fancy amenities, but that peaceful rural vibe makes up for it. So if you're after a convenient, budget-friendly spot near Hobart, Hawksmere is well worth a stop.
Well, we were on our way to refill the gas bottle at Anaconda, but as we're driving along, we've come across Wicked Cheese and we've been tempted. We're
Memories
stopping in.
flooded back.
Yeah, we were here 11 years ago as well, so
Yeah.
back we go. Coffee and breakfast. So we've gone with the savoury scones today, which have, what is it, sun-dried tomatoes,
Onion
and cheese. Of course, being with cheese, of course,
Yeah.
and they look great. So let's see what they taste like. Go on, taste it. Tell me what you think.
Alright.
What's it like?
I didn't even put it in my mouth. Cheesy.
Cheesy? Okay, gotta try it. Apparently savoury scones aren't a new thing, I've just never had them before. Anyway,
Poor man.
scones with cheese, onion and a relish.
No, the
No?
scones were made, so they had onion, sun-dried tomatoes and lots of cheese. They were absolutely delicious.
Oh, they were. They were really nice.
They came with this awesome relish,
Mm.
and we devoured them. They were beautiful.
They disappeared in no time at all. We may come back to save and buy a little bit of produce as well, but we're travelling around today,
This
so
is
we
a
won't buy
produce
it
day.
now.
Tassie
It
Produce
is.
Day.
Yes. So we're going to hit a few places today.
Yeah.
We've had a successful day of shopping. Been bought
A
ourselves
successful day of shopping.
got a new gas burner because the cheap one we got's crap. And now on the way home we're going to drop into Frogmore's cellar door and enjoy a bit of an afternoon, not brunch. What's after lunch?
Oh.
Lunch.
Well, it's
a
a
late
late
lunch.
lunch, early dinner.
Well, we just had a lovely little meal at Frogmore's restaurant
Yeah.
here. And we come away with a bottle of rosé because you had a glass of rosé and really liked it.
It was so lovely. Frogmore's rosé.
So look,
Very
the meals
nice.
here, but they're not overly expensive. They're actually surprisingly well priced. I mean, but to make up for that, they're small servings. But
Well, they're between an entree and a main size,
Yeah.
so
so
just
they are,
perfect.
yeah. Oh, look, they are really. It was absolutely excellent. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
definitely.
it. That poor pig that gave up its belly, I congratulate it because that
So,
was really.
no, what do they
Right.
call it? Land, sea and garden.
Yeah, Lansing Garden.
So,
we had a little
it just
pork belly.
really, it really sort of accentuates the beauty of the farmland around Tasmania.
Yep.
Absolutely exquisite. Loved every minute.
And the mushroom, I think it was called a king oyster mushroom.
Oh,
I haven't tried that before,
beautiful.
but that was really nice. Look, everything about it was nice. The
Yeah.
wine, the food.
the place
company.
itself, the company, of course, and the background we have here. Wasn't it
Yeah.
a lovely background? So obviously we're at the end of autumn now, so most of the leaves have fallen, but there's still a little bit of colour in that vineyard behind us, and then the ocean, or the Derwent River, I think it is, off in the background.
Derwent.
Hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
top
Well,
spot.
that's our day. We've had a great day today.
And to top off our little lovely meal at Frogmouth, we've now pulled back into Wicked Cheese to get the Valhalla ice creams yet again.
We're getting larger and larger.
It's hard not to put on weight in Tasmania, I tell you. You're going to have to walk more, do more of the walks.
And that wraps up this episode as we say goodbye to Hawksmere and hit the road towards Kempton, ready to explore the heart of Tasmania's Midlands. We hope you'll come along for the ride and join us in the next fortnight's episode. Catch you then. So,
We'll cut that bit. At Queenstown getting new battery. We've because of
I'm looking at the snow.
Yeah, we did. You're expected to obviously patronise.
Patronise.
No, it's patronise.
Patronise.
You expect.
Start
you
again.
expect